Hi everyone, it's Aera here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another speed build. It has been 4 months since I last uploaded a video. Wow. Okay, so I suffer from some mental health problems. So for a few months I was struggling and not really able to put out as much content as I would have liked. But I am back, I am doing good, and it feels good to once again be creating and putting out my content. Now, just because I haven't been doing videos, that doesn't mean I haven't been active. I have been playing so much Sims, and I've put up a whole bunch of tiny and micro homes on the gallery. I'm now up to 20 builds on my gallery. My gallery ID is Aera Bee, or you can find my stuff under the hashtag AeraBee. I'm also now at over 1,000 total downloads. Thank you guys so much. It means the world to me that you guys are loving my builds, downloading them, and playing in them. It's just magical. I'm also active on Twitter. You can find me at Aera_Bee. I post updates and screenshots of my builds there. You can also find more screenshots at my Instagram at AeraBee. If you guys want to chat, I am on Discord and I'm on Twitch. I'm not streaming right now. I'm considering getting into streaming. I'm looking into what I might need for that, what computer stuff I need. Right now I think it's a hopeful dream, but I'm not sure I'm ready to undertake streaming yet. What are your guys' thoughts? Would you like to see me do streams? I think it would be a fun way to connect with people, to meet new Simmers. I'm just not sure if you guys would like to see that, or if you would prefer I stick to speed builds and just creating builds and putting them on the gallery. Now that that's all out of the way, let's get back to the build. This is my tiny family home with 63 out of the 64 tiles used, so it qualifies as tiny. It comes in at about 48,730 simoleons. This home features 2 stories, an upstairs parents' room, and a downstairs bedroom that has a single bed and a toddler bed. This means that you can comfortably sleep 4 Sims. However, if you're the type to like to cram as many Sims as you possibly can into a tiny home, there are 2 couches in this build. There's one downstairs and there'll be one upstairs as well, so you can squeeze in a couple more Sims that way. So this is a tiny home, so that does mean that I've used tiny living in this build. I would like to know what your guys' thoughts are on tiny living, the pack. I loved it in some ways, and then I was a little disappointed in others. I think that all of the build items are super cute. They're very versatile. I love that they have neutral swatches as well as colorful swatches, so that you can use it in a variety of ways. However, I am a little disappointed in the fact that we didn't get bunk beds or ladders. This is a very common complaint that I've seen on Twitter and on YouTube and even on Instagram. I feel that this was only a stuff pack. And I feel that the Murphy bed was a great compromise. I remember playing in Sims 3 University with the Murphy bed, and I always loved the Murphy bed, and I'm really glad that we have it. However, I feel that the Murphy bed needs a little help. The Murphy bed is currently a death machine. I have lost too many Sims to a bed. I haven't had a Sim die other than from old age, since Jungle Adventure. Which, granted, probably implies that some of our other deaths should become more common. But I just feel that the Murphy bed is a little too intense. It's fun. It's hilarious. But I shouldn't lose 2 Sims while playtesting a build that has a Murphy bed in it. I feel that's a bit excessive. I love the Murphy bed. I think it's a great tool, space-saving wise, for tiny builds. Though I do feel that it's hard to use it as a space-saving tool. It's great in theory, but when you place it, you still can't really put items in front of it. Like, you can have the one that becomes like a couch, and you can have a couch there. And some coffee tables can fit without being seen through the bed when you put the bed down. But then you can't really put anything on top of the coffee tables, or else it peeks through. You would also need to have move objects on to do these things. So it doesn't feel like it's actually saving that much space in reality. I wish that there was ways that you could move objects into that space when you have it up or when you have it down without it conflicting, I guess. So I do love the Murphy bed, and I'm definitely a little disappointed in the fact that we didn't get bunk beds or ladders. But I have to remember that this was just a stuff pack, and I know that the Sim Gurus and everybody on the team work their hardest to make sure that we get all the content we want. And I think that I wouldn't have wanted something like bunk beds or ladders to be squished into a stuff pack. I feel like they wouldn't have been able to be done as well if we had like all of them put into a stuff pack together. I think that not getting them now implies that we might have maybe more pack opportunities in the future that they will fit into. I'm hoping for a Generations pack. I think that would be amazing. Having more stuff to do with elders, hence the current knitting pack seems to be very popular. It seems a lot of people want more things for elders specifically. I would really like improved babies. That would be incredible. It still makes me so sad that they are literally just objects. Objects that if you don't interact with them, they get taken away. And I feel they don't deserve that. I'm really hoping that we end up with some sort of pack or maybe a patch that updates the babies and makes them a baby. Makes it difficult, makes it interactive, immersive. Well, now I have talked over the majority of this build. Right now we are currently working on the living room and doing some final touches in the bedrooms, getting some clutter items here and there. Another thing to mention is a happy 20th birthday to The Sims. In case you missed it, that was on February 4th. We got a base game hot tub and a free update to celebrate. I know many Simmers are very upset about this. They feel it wasn't an adequate gift for 20 years. And I will admit, I was a little disappointed as well. While I didn't expect anything massive like the pre-mentioned improved babies or many Sims wanted cars, I felt that what we ended up getting with a bunch of Simmers getting packs sent to them from their wish list, from my understanding it was supposed to be hundreds of Simmers. I feel that is a great way to celebrate. I haven't seen too much on if people actually got packs. I've seen a little bit on Twitter. But I think that was a wonderful way to celebrate, spreading more Sims love and giving packs to Simmers who may not be able to afford to get all the packs. I think that is probably the best way to celebrate, and even though I am disappointed with the hot tub, I think that spreading Sims love and allowing more players to play is the best solution. And I'm very grateful to the Sims team for sending out all of those packs to all the different Simmers. So now we are kind of, fiddling with the landscaping now, adding some debug items, little touch-ups here and there. I really hope that you guys have been enjoying this build. I loved making it. It's so much fun. It's so sunny and colorful and just cozy. Though I personally can't imagine living in a tiny home, I think it's a great concept. I think I would enjoy vacationing in a tiny home, but I don't think I could ever live in one, especially with kids. Wow, so now we're adding some laundry items, some outdoor seating and outdoor play, lots of gardening items. I wanted it to feel definitely lived in, while still not being too cluttered. I think a very important aspect of tiny living is organized clutter. Being cluttered without losing your mind. I feel that any more than that would end up driving me nuts. I love cluttered builds, I do. But I think with tiny homes, there's a fine line between cluttered and a mess. But now we're going to be heading into doing some, final touches and the terrain paints. Terrain paint is probably one of my favorite things to do. It's so simple, but it adds so much life to your build. Make sure you always use terrain paints in your build. Think about shadows. Think about areas that your Sims frequent. Maybe, make the grass look a little more walked on there. I think terrain paint is an amazing tool, and I wish we had more different textures for the terrain paint. I wish we had more that fit some of our different worlds, but I just love it so much. It's so much fun to really add that second layer of life to your builds. Well, here soon we're going to be heading into screenshots, so I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that like, please hit subscribe, and hit that bell if you'd like to be notified of the next time I upload a video. I promise it won't be 4 months from now. Hopefully it will be very soon. Thank you guys again so much. I can't tell you how much I appreciate all that you guys do for me and have supported me. Thank you.